Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
You too.
Okay. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you for wondering. What about you?
All good. Slightly nervous, but okay. I hope we'll have an amazing time together. I love your makeup. Hello, Alessia. Hello, Julia. Hello, ladies. Good to see you.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Hi. I love your makeup, Alina. You look amazing. Oh my God. And lipstick and everything. Okay, cool. Alessia, how? How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Had my run. Life is great. What about you? Did you have?
No, I
No?
didn't have my run, not today, because I was finalizing the lesson the whole morning.
I can
So no
imagine.
run for today, but I hope that maybe tomorrow I'll go for a run. Thank you for inspiration. You are, well, motivation herself. Do
Looks like it.
you run every day?
5 or 6 times a week. So yeah, not
Oh,
every. Yeah, there is a day off, or maybe two maximum.
okay. What's your
But
average?
that's where I get my energy to work, to live, to smile. So
Yeah, sure, sure. I see. But like, oh, almost every day. Oh my God. Well, that's cool. That's rather cool. Hello, ladies. Hello, Marina. How are you today?
No, I'm fine. Uh, quite early morning for me
Oh,
on
okay.
Fridays. Yeah.
Do you have your day off on Friday? Hello, ladies.
Not really, but I start late, usually at like 1 or 2. So I usually have a lie-in on Fridays.
Mhm.
But not today. But I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry for disturbing you on
No.
Friday.
Actually, I thought we were planning to meet at 10. Was it my mistake? You never said that we were gonna meet at 10.
No, never, never.
No, okay,
It was
so I
11
I
initially.
confused it. Okay, well, it's 11 is even better. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, you see, that's all for you, so that you could have longer sleep. Okay, dog. Hi, Christina.
Hello, hello,
Oh, what's up?
hello. Well, I unfortunately my cat doesn't feel like joining.
Oh, yeah, mine too. She's sleeping actually, but I hear you can feel her energy, I suppose.
Okay. So I'm great, really excited to see you all.
Oh, cool, cool. I'm also excited to see you all here in one class. Look at you. Look at you. Okay. That's amazing. Hi, Tatiana. Sorry. How are
I'm
you?
a little bit late, sorry.
No, no problem at all. You're not late. We
Okay.
just started. Oh, good. Oh, good. How are you doing? How is your day going?
Yeah, just woke up 1 hour ago and yeah, had not a very good night today, unfortunately, because of my child. But yeah, I won't go into detail, but yeah, it could have been better.
Okay. But so that you know, you can complain here. It's okay.
Okay, maybe one day.
Yeah. Like if you feel like you may vent. It's all good. Okay. So
Great, thanks.
we can hear you, but we cannot see you. Is it supposed to be like that? Yay. Hello, hello.
Sorry.
So
Sorry.
good. How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay. Are you excited to get started?
Yes, I am.
I hope so.
I had my run, by the way, so yesterday evening. I do it in the evenings, not in the mornings.
Okay, I see. I cannot run in the evening for some reason. I'm like empty. I have no energy for that.
Hmm. For me, it doesn't work in the mornings. I don't know why.
I guess, yeah, we have an early bird Alessia here. Do we have any other people who wake up early in the morning? Yay, Christina. Okay, okay.
So
What
I
about you?
have to.
Got you. Okay. Alina, what about you? What time do you usually wake up?
So I usually have my morning classes. They're not really morning, like at 11. So I would normally wake up at 10, but now my student wants to reschedule and start at 9. So I guess my whole life needs to be rescheduled as well. So yeah, trying to balance it all out.
Okay, well, wish you luck. Best of luck with that.
Much needed.
Well, You see, you wake up earlier and you have the whole day ahead, so maybe it's even better. But I know it's different for different people, obviously. So yeah. Okay, fine, ladies. I'm all excited, and I already told Alina that I'm slightly nervous, but I hope that everything's gonna be just amazing today. For my first question, off to you. Do you remember the name of our course?
Teachers recharge.
Sure.
Teacher Recharge, exactly. Okay, let me screen share just a second. I hope you entered Mirror. You will need it later, not now. Okay, so 1 second, 1 second. I'll show you a little something. Oops, excuse me. Okay, so yes, the name of our course is Teacher Recharge, exactly. And I thought that we will plan our today's lesson in the following way. We are going to charge our batteries, all right? This is the way I imagine us charging our batteries today, all right? So we will use the word charge, and we'll go through it and uncover the power of charge. Deal? So this is our first letter in the word charge, right? And it's letter C. And C stands for connect, ladies. So our first task for today is to connect, obviously. I noticed that you have all mentioned in the chat, almost all of you, that you are rapport queens. You were able to find the common ground with all the students, to connect the students. So I hope we will be able to do the same here today, all right? So our first task, look at this. Can you recognize this person? You know, I have created avatars for all of us. Can you guess who is this girl?
Alicia, no?
The Alessia, yeah, because of the hair color.
The hair color, the eyebrows, supposedly, like the face shape.
Yeah,
It's somehow similar.
yeah, okay.
Younger,
Maybe. I
beautiful
would agree on
Russia.
that.
Okay. So Alessia, we think that's Alessia. Okay. Any other ideas? I can show you.
I have to check in our chat.
Could be
We
Elena.
have all the teachers present today, or is somebody missing?
No, we have Yelena missing and Evgenia missing because, well, they have some other issues. That's why
I'd like to see the faces of those two before I
Yeah.
come up
Open
with
our
my.
chat, ladies. You
Let's
can
check
open our-
avatars.
Yes,
Huh?
open our chat. Okay, I can show you my prompt. I asked to create an image of an English teacher who lives in the mountains and works online. As simple as it is.
Ah, it's you.
Yeah.
Great.
This is me. Okay, I know it doesn't really, well, look exactly as I look, but it's me. Okay, we're going to do the same for all of you ladies. I kindly ask you, do not take it seriously, okay? This avatar should not reflect your whole personality and the way you look. It's just a fun way to connect for us, okay? Let's agree on that, please. That you will not
Okay.
take it seriously. Okay, thank you very much. Here we go. Okay, this is our first secret
Oh,
team.
the third one is obvious.
Third one is obvious. Okay, who's the third one? Let's start with this lady.
Christina?
Christina, how do you know?
Yeah, because of her picture in the chat. I remember that.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cat and the hat,
With
exactly.
this hat, yes. Right.
Yeah, okay, so
And a cat lover, a cat lover.
Christina in our chat, amazing. Yes, this is Christina. Christina, good to see you here today. Okay, any other ideas? I can show you actually all the avatars that I have. Maybe you have a clue. Maybe you can guess. If you recognize yourself, do not, reveal yourself, please.
I
The
think
second
the
one is
second,
Marina.
yeah,
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah, it stands out somehow. Well,
yeah, haircut.
That's true. Okay, Marina, this is you. Can you recognize yourself?
Well, yeah, I think it bears some similarity. I suppose you took a photo when where I have short hair, so
No, I didn't use your
No?
photos, ladies. No.
you
you
just
actually-
had a description.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I
Oh.
just used the description. So don't worry. I haven't used your photos for AI. They are not there. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the information that you shared about yourself. So if I zoom it, you can see St. Petersburg in the background, you see?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I noticed.
Exactly. Okay, doc. Cool. We have Marina, we have Christina. Can we recognize other people here?
I have a feeling that the fifth one could be Alessia, just because a sporty type. I don't know.
The blonde one.
the fifth one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought the first one.
Because it's London, no, in the background.
In the first one.
Ah, well,
The Netherlands.
maybe
Yeah,
the first,
looks
maybe
like
the
the
fifth one. But
Mhm.
what is the fifth one? Like Barcelona or some
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does look
southern
like,
city?
yeah, that looks like Barcelona. Yeah, and Barcelona Football Club top. Okay, that's me.
Ah.
That's you, Alex. I'm
Right.
sorry. You turned
Yeah.
out to be blonde.
Blonde. I
By the
don't
way-
mind. In some ways, I might be totally blonde. So, no offense to light color.
Yeah, don't.
And
Wow.
is your name spelled like that? Yeah.
There are two ways my name is spelled. The way it was spelled in Russian documents, and when I was applying for long time ago for British citizenship, they spelled my name this way. So I stick to this one because this is the yeah
Official one, like.
it turned out to be the official one,
Mhm.
but it is different from my Russian one.
Okay.
I guess it's what Y and A. Yeah.
YA, yes, but here I got an extra letter S. So all of a sudden, instead of 5 letters, I ended up with 7 in my name. And I'm like, wow, I don't mind.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My
Wow.
baby girl is also Alicia. That's why I like your name.
Ah,
Amazing. Okay. Apparently, we have 2 Alesias.
Yeah.
Okay.
how
Somewhere.
old is another Alicia?
Hmm?
How old is your Alicia?
1 year old.
Oh, give her a kiss from me.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
can't wait.
Okay. Amazing. Any other guesses?
The next one, Alina. Yeah.
Yes.
Girl boss wife. I don't know.
There are a lot of men behind.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Do you know?
Business guys.
I'm sorry, Alina, that I called them business guys. Well, I
No,
didn't.
no, it's just so funny. And it actually, it represents the truth because once I had a lesson with one man who was driving a taxi. So he was in a taxi and he was going from one meeting to another meeting, which was supposed to happen in Banya, So I was like, all right, this is something interesting, right? Something that we've never seen. All right, you do you. But yeah, I thought initially that I'm represented in the first picture because the city was looking like Dublin, like Ireland. Maybe it is not. So I was busy just reading the messages and trying to figure out who that person is. And I thought like glasses and the suit kind of was giving this vibe of office, corporate world. So now I'm wondering who's the first one.
I think the first one is mine. And the buildings behind, yeah, so look like in the Netherlands because this is where I'm currently staying.
Yeah, exactly. So this is Julia and Alina.
Mhm.
Exactly. Do not pay attention to glasses because when you ask AI to create an image and when you mention teacher, they cannot create.
I
a
guess it's teacher at school. No? Is it me? The last one. No?
I
The
think
It's not the last one. Yeah. So maybe. Not sure.
Okay, we have
Right.
Tatiana here present today. Can we guess who is Tatiana?
With those shelves, bookshelves. No? School teacher. No?
Something related to
the one
art.
next to me.
Maybe the last one because Tatiana has a lot of certificates and she's passed a lot of exams. And she's preparing students for different exams, right?
Is it
Am I
Tatiana?
right? Or maybe
It
that's
wasn't
not
me.
Tatiana. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, maybe it was Zhenya. It's hard for me to remember everybody. Okay.
And it's
I need
Evgenia
to-
who holds a lot of certificates. Exactly. So
Ah, she's
Yeah,
not present
okay.
today.
Mm.
exactly.
All right. Then what about
Actually,
the
she's not
student?
We
here
have
today.
someone who's in charge of this
Yes.
department, academic department.
Yes. And you know, ladies, why she's not here today? Because her daughter has a graduation party.
Oh.
Oh,
Today. Yeah.
it's time.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So who's Tatiana? You know, we have two ladies left.
Well, I know that between Alina and Evgenia, it must be Lena because I know her. She's really big on reading and she used
All
to.
things bookish.
Yeah, all things bookish, exactly. So this is Yelena. Hello, Yelena, if you're watching. And we have Tanya over here. Why? Because she loves musicals and theater. And this is how art is represented, okay? Behind.
Ah,
Exactly.
yeah, deep.
Yeah, that's deep. I can't agree more. Okay, dog. Cool. Are you happy with your avatars?
Yeah, quite.
Okay with your avatars. I hope you are. I hope you don't mind. Okay, now, ladies, you also shared that you are living in very different places all over the world, mainly in Russia, but also in other countries and in other cities. Okay, so can I ask you to remember who is from Krasnaya Polyana, Russia?
You are.
You.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. Okay. Do you remember who is from the Republic of Tatarstan, Russia? Who's this lady?
Alina?
Yeah. Yay, exactly. Right, Alina?
Yep, that's true.
Okay, that's true. Okay, we have two ladies who are from Moscow here. Do we remember them?
Anna, I remember Tatiana. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yes.
somebody else?
And somebody else.
Maybe Evgenia.
Yes, exactly. Evgenia. Okay. So
Oh,
you ladies are here together. We also have two ladies who are located in Barnaul, Russia.
Christina.
It's getting harder.
Sure,
She was just smiling all the way, and I'm like, all right, I gotcha.
yeah. And
Elena.
And they are friends, right? Are you friends, ladies?
Yeah.
We got you. Okay. Who's from Tartu, Estonia? Currently located in
Julia.
Yes, Julia. Okay, cool. Amazing. Who is from, I don't know the name of the town, so it's a little town outside of Barcelona, Spain.
Alicia. It's Alicia.
Name of the town.
And the name of the town is Alea.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, sounds beautiful. It is really beautiful as well. So I'm very lucky.
Okay. Somehow resonates with your name.
Yeah, I
Alea,
also
Alea.
have such a thought.
Yeah.
Okay, and Marina is from
St. Petersburg we've got left.
yes,
Petersburg.
Petersburg, Russia, exactly. Okay, look at you. We live everywhere, all over the globe. Literally. Okay, ladies, I will now send you in the breakout room in order to connect. I have prepared some questions for you. They are about your current place of living and the connection between your place of living and your teaching practice as well. I have this question, which I like a lot. How does your location help you grow as a teacher? What I mean by this question is that, for example, I can capitalize on my location by using the photos that I take here in my class. Okay, so maybe there are some other ways. Maybe you found the school where you work, where you live, you know? So think about it, try to connect your growth as a teacher and your current location. And there are two more questions that I want you to discuss, all right? The breakout rooms, do you know how do we work in the breakout rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So I will put you in 3 different breakout rooms. You work together. I will set the timer for, say, 10 minutes, all right? And I'll come around and listen to you. My camera and my sound are going to be off, but I might I
Pop
might,
up.
yes,
Interview.
might pop up to listen to you and maybe to comment on something because I like doing this. Okay.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'll just shuffle you 1 second. Sorry. Cool. So Alina and Marina, you are working together, ladies. Julia and Christina, you were together in the second breakout room, and Alessia and Tatiana, you were in the third breakout room. Agreed?
Yeah,
You're all on Mira.
perfect.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Do you see the questions?
Moment.
Yeah, check them out. I'll bring you all here before I send you in the breakout.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we have to open them. Yeah. And
No, you don't. You can actually see them. They are on the sticky notes. Blue and green.
mm-hmm.
Yes. Amazing. Okay, here we go. Have 10 minutes, ladies, to chat and to connect.
Cars being produced basically. So
Uh-huh.
I was studying in Moscow, like 4 years of university, but now I'm back here. And are you originally from St. Pete?
Yeah. So I was born here. And why did you decide to come back from Moscow to your hometown?
Yeah, this is such a deep question, because my grandparents, these expectations, like they were hoping to see me continue pursuing my career and living in a big city, but
Mhm.
Moscow wasn't really that good for me, wasn't a match. So I decided to return. And it also was COVID when I was graduating from university, and my major is hotel industry. So you can imagine that everything was closed. No one was waiting for any interns. And then the events happened and all the international hotel chains just disappeared. So I decided to go back. I started teaching more actively, and this is how I became, more involved into the industry. So yeah, it's quite
Ah,
quite a
so
quite a
so firstly, teaching was like your a
it was
part-time
just a
thing.
side hustle. Yeah, that's true. I
Ah,
was
I said
some
hustle, yeah.
kids, I was
Mhm.
working in a language school teaching them, but then when that thing happened and also online world of teaching has become so popular, it started gaining traction. I was like, all right, let's see how it goes. Maybe it can become my work, full-time job.
So what do you like most about Nabережные Челны compared to Moscow?
I think that initially it was family, right? Everything is very close. You don't have to waste your whole life trying to get from point A to point B,
That's true.
But
Yeah.
I do love to, visit other cities. And now, of course, when I have more financial freedom, going to Moscow is really nice. When you're a tourist in
A city which is just
Mhm.
100,000, the population of it. So the country is pretty small. So and what I like is it's green,
Mhm.
really green, and so we have a university, so which is ranked not quite high to compare so with other European countries, and it's called a student's town. So and during an academic year there are so many so people of different nationalities, so you can you can meet there. And what else is that you can it's quite small, so you can get everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, so but by bike, so by car, by so using the public transport, but of course
We are like totally different. It is not a match whatsoever. And I decided to go back, but before moving back to London, I chased my dream, checking out, living by the sea where the sun is shining.
Mhm.
So I ended up here, and this is why I teach only online, and I love it. What about you? Do you teach? We were given some questions to discuss.
Yeah,
We haven't even
we
got
use time
there.
for our
Forget about
purposes.
that. If your conversation is flowing, forget about the
Oh.
questions. It's okay.
Yeah, because we
We're
yeah.
just trying to get to know each other a little bit
Don't
better.
worry, don't worry, keep
So-
doing what you do.
Perfect. So what about you? Where do you teach? And you have got a 1-year-old baby. How
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah, I cannot still believe that actually. So I'm currently on maternity leave, as I have already mentioned, and I still have some students, actually only one, but yeah, I do my best to make this person achieve her goals. Yeah, and I want to have some practice, of course, because it's easier. It will be easier for me after going back to teaching, to just communicate with students, because if I don't have this practice now, then I will have difficulty with that after that. And I have one student now online,
And there I also started my first book club in Novi Sad, Serbia, which really helped me much, because there you sort of have this community of guys who are just like you, who left their homes, their families, they feel lonely, and they really want to connect. In St. Petersburg, it's actually harder because everybody has their things to do. It's
That's
the
true.
city is too big.
Mhm.
Novi Sad was it was so cozy and tiny, and everybody was, within walking distance from each other.
Mhm.
So it was really nice. So I suppose that actually Novi Sad helped me more than St. Petersburg.
It's
Yeah.
like a bonding experience, right? Because you're all in the same boat, kind of, right? So it's just a nice way
Yeah.
to find some common
Well, I
ground.
mean, it's really helped me much
Mhm.
establish this,
Mhm.
connections with
Mhm.
people who love reading and discussing and sharing. Yeah, that
I
was
see.
cool. Okay, if you could describe yourself in 3 adjectives, oh my God, which ones would you choose and why?
It's so interesting when you keep asking those questions, like your students, and then the question is being asked, and like you are in this boat, you're like, oh, we're talking about me now. All right.
Am I supposed
That's actually tough. I think I've never asked my students, because that's a tough question. I don't know how I would answer it myself. Okay, do you have any ideas? Maybe 2 adjectives, maybe one.
I
I
would
don't know.
say open-minded, right? Because I'm trying to accept that the world is not.
This is probably. So
Like,
what?
it helps you to have these multiple perspectives, yeah.
Yeah. So, if
The
you-
adjectives. Well, it's not really an adjective. The first thing that comes to mind is a good listener, because it seems that being a good listener kind of comes with the territory when you are a teacher, but I feel that in our world, it is quite a big deal to be a good listener, because I notice some people, they don't really listen to you. Like, they kind of, grasp maybe the main idea, what you're saying, and then the next day they don't even remember. Yeah, it's something that I really take great pride in, that I'm a good listener, and I remember literally everything people say and my students say, and I can use it, to attend to their needs better, maybe. What about
I
you?
can relate. I remember everything, or as much as possible, and I pay attention to all the details. So, for example, it doesn't matter. So whether it's working with people or doing something different, traveling, for example, to a new place.
Yeah. So, and what about you? What are your course expectations?
I do want to get some ideas, because I'm you know, like I told you, I felt totally lonely and alone because when I worked at those language schools, I expected some sort of, you know, like I don't know, like guidance from fellow teachers, like some explanation and things like this, because to be honest, before that, I had never been a teacher. You know, I graduated, and that was it. So, like now, for the last 7 years, I have been teaching using Oxford materials. Like, I found the course books I really like, and I kind of adapt them to my to the needs of my students or groups. But I do believe there are, you know, a lot of other methods and ideas for my classroom. So that's one of the things I want to get more of that.
Welcome back. Sorry if I know every time it happens suddenly and you never expect you're gonna be interrupted. Excuse me.
Actually, we have a timer there, but it might.
Doesn't really help. Never helps. Yeah. Okay. Marina, can you please share whether you found anything in common with Alina? Do you have any, you know, things that may unite you?
Oh, well, it's hard. It's hard to say. I think that we both feel quite uncomfortable in Moscow.
Okay.
Both Alina and I. So Alina tried living there. She studied there for 4 years, and then she decided to come to make a comeback, glorious comeback to her hometown, and yeah. So, and I've never lived in Moscow, but every time I'm there, I feel like I wouldn't want to live there. It's too busy, too noisy for me. I just don't feel at home. It's like a giant beehive and everything's buzzing and moving, and I'm like, oh my God, just slow down. Yeah, so I suppose that Alina felt something similar. Like,
I feel you, like totally. Do we have any other Moscow haters? Sorry, Tatiana.
Yeah, I'm vice versa. I'm a
versa.
lover. Yeah, Moscow lover.
Okay.
You were born there, right?
Love-hate
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, well, so have a native Moscow
No offense
citizen.
taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Alina, it's a love-hate relationship. That's so true. Because there are some cool things like the culture, say, you can explore the museums and everything, but on the other hand, it is so
diversity, yeah.
I just keep saying that being a tourist versus living in a city are just two completely different experiences. So be careful. Watch out.
So true, so true. Okay, amazing. Well, Alessia, is there anything that is surprising for you about Tatiana?
Surprising. Can we just stick to in common? What I found out that Tanya taught German in a specialized German-orientated school. So I guess it is like two equally or the same. I presume that English and German she knows like equally the same amazing
More or
level.
less.
Yeah. So, and I always admire teachers who can switch from one foreign language to another. I actually admire any polyglots I meet along my life path. So yeah, that's surprising in a very admiring way.
Yeah, okay, thank you for sharing. So we have German. I speak a bit of French. Do you ladies speak any other languages?
I speak
I
French.
French.
used to
Poquito de español, un poquito.
Español. Okay.
Estonian, and I used to learn Finnish a bit.
Okay, Estonian.
I used to speak German. I graduated with a degree English and German, but it was 24 years ago, and I never used German after my graduation, so I lost it. I can understand some French because I was in a very long-term relationship with French-speaking guys and their families. And now I am learning Spanish, but
Oh, finally.
yeah. So that's it.
Cool. Okay, awesome. Polyglots here. Look at you. All right. And Christina, is there anything unusual that you learned about Julia?
Well, it's very hard to tell because we just hit it off, I guess, straight away, and we have so many things in common. So it's hard.
Amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
share your common things. Fine.
Well, yeah, I guess it's something that probably all of us have in common. Like we are really hardworking, and sometimes it backfires. Yeah. And we really enjoy living in the city where everything is within reach. Yeah, and you don't have to spend a lot of time commuting. Yeah, and we enjoy soaking up the sun, maybe nature, because our cities are pretty green. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, and it's
And we are good listeners.
Yeah.
Sympathetic.
we are going to practice active listening further on. By the way, talking about active listening. Okay, cool, ladies. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for connecting. We will have a chance to connect even more. But right now we are moving on. Remember that we are charging our batteries, right? We charge our batteries. So I have the second letter here, and we have H, and H is for highlight. Okay, so the thing that I want to highlight is the reflection. You know, I believe that reflection is an integral part of learning. And I would like to encourage you to use our course book, which you probably checked, but if you haven't yet, it's okay, to organize the materials and make the most out of the course. All right. Have you already checked our workbook?
I have.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, everything is well organized. I like that.
Oh, cool. So please try and use it, because I think it is so cool, because our course is very short. And I think it's difficult, you know, to take something from the course when it's just 1 month course. But if you organize things, if you pay attention and reflect over things that we are doing here, probably it may well help you in your further lessons. Okay, well, at least I hope so. So just a couple of things that we have here, paying your attention, you know. So you have the goals, the language goals, and the methodology goals. And I suppose that they are all different for all of you. So set your goals, your own goals. What do you want to achieve? It would be amazing if you share those in our chat to encourage other people, to motivate each other. That works wonders, okay? And the second thing that I want to pay your attention to here is the, for our methodology inputs, you have these separate folders where you can also, surprise, take notes, okay? I cannot open the folder here right now, but if you click there, you will be able to open the folder and you will have a beautiful page for the notes, for the key ideas that you want to implement, and for the summary of our input. Okay, cool. So that's for as for the highlight. Do you have any questions? Thank you.
I have a question. Where is about the workbook? Where can I find it?
You can find it in our chat. There is a thread which is called important information, and it's attached here, but I will also send it one more time after our class.
Thank you. Because I couldn't, yeah.
And can I just add a tiny little thing? Dasha, you have recorded a beautiful video explaining how to duplicate. And I mean, I don't have problems with that. I know how to do it. But for those who do not know how to do it, your actual screen covers that part.
Okay.
So, and I know, you know, you've went into details explaining, and then you're like, just click here, and there is your
could not see where to click. Okay.
Yes, maybe if you can just take a picture of that particular one and stick it somewhere.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have rewatched it, but just the beginning of it. And then I was like, okay, it seems to be fine. So I'm sending it. Sorry, ladies. I will take.
But I don't think. I mean, maybe we have all used Notion before, and we know how to copy the page. So yeah.
But just in case, I will do it. Thank you very much. I know that Marina is using Notion for her classes, right, Marina?
Yeah.
And sorry, I forgot, but I think it's either Alina or Tatiana.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, Tatiana, you do use Notion. Okay, so you know, if you have problems with Notion, we have some professionals here, so you can always rely on them and ask them questions. Because to be honest, I'm not that proficient in Notion myself. I can do some things, but
I wouldn't say so. You did a great job.
Yeah, there's
brilliant.
not much more than you've done.
Well, you know, people can somehow connect the databases and include like one to another, link them all. This is mind-blowing for me. I cannot do that.
It depends on your purposes.
Yet, yeah. Let's put it this way, yet. Okay. Amazing. Moving on. We are still charging our batteries, right? And we have the next letter, which is A. Can you guess what is A for?
Abilities.
Approach abilities. Good call. Aspiration.
Authenticity, maybe?
No, not yet. It's just agree, ladies.
Oh, okay.
we have to agree on our, so to say, rules. Okay, let's put it this way: rules. Just a couple of things. Okay, just to clarify things. First of all, you can really use all the materials that you have in this classroom for your personal or teaching purposes. It is okay. You can use them for your classes. You can copy them. I don't mind. It's totally fine. So yeah, just do that. But please do not share the materials and video recordings of the lessons with other people. You know, do not sell them. That would be lovely. I know that you probably want, but just paying your attention. Please try to be on time. That's important. You know how important timing is in the classroom. So I expect you to be on time. Also, expect to work independently outside of our classroom. As I mentioned before, reflection, all the buzz, and please do your homework по возможности, and I will send you homework on time also по возможности, okay? I told you that's not my favorite thing, but it's going to be there, don't worry. Be ready to reflect on your learning. We will have these short reflection sessions at the end of each class. You'll see what I'm talking about later on. Be open-minded to new ideas and little experiments in our classroom. I tend to experiment. So if you see something unusual, like activities that you may not like, I remember that Alina mentioned that she's an open-minded person. So be like Alina, be open-minded in this classroom. Do not hesitate participating in discussions and expressing your opinion openly. Okay, we know that. And let's just respect each other and our opinions. Deal?
Deal.
Okay, let's take our hands, please, just like this. Thank you very much. Okay, amazing. Now it's a deal. You see here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, charging the batteries. The next step for us. Let me show you something. R. What is R? Easy to guess.
Relate.
Relate. Maybe, but not exactly.
Resonate.
Oh, cool. But no.
Reflect.
Reflect. Yes, Christina, superstar. Reflect. I want us to reflect over the following question. Listen, if I were to show you a book that you've read over the past year, okay, whether it was for work or for your own personal development, ladies, how likely are you to be able to remember 5 facts from this book? That's the question. And I want you to think about that. Remember a particular book, maybe. Will you be able to remember 5 facts from this book? Can I ask you to drag your photo on the scale, depending on whether it's highly likely for you to remember 5 facts or maybe very unlikely? Okay. Yeah, just like this, just like this. Awesome.
Oi.
Okay, okay. Okay. Somewhere in the middle. Very unlikely. All right. Okay. And what is this middle? How would you put it in words?
It depends on the book, I would say.
Well, Christina, remember a particular book that you've read recently?
Okay.
What is the
So
book?
we're not talking about the last one, but in general.
In general, yeah. Any book. that you've read
Depends.
over the
So
past
I
year.
agree. Depends on the book.
Okay, set an example. Remember a book. Any book that you've read.
I read Normal People by, forgot her name, Sally Rooney. I loved the book. I loved the language. I loved the interaction between the characters there. But 5 facts right now, no, I won't, you know. I had like really good warm feelings after I have finished it, but now, no. But I also read a very well-known psychologist, the survivor of concentration camp. And yeah, I do remember some facts from that book, you know, how people struggled, tried to survive, died there. Those facts I do remember. So
maybe because they like they trigger more emotions, apparently.
Oh, but different kinds of emotions, I guess, because I was overwhelmed in a like positive way after the first one, and the other one I was deeply touched. But
yeah, okay. Anyone else? If you want to share, feel free.
Yeah. Well, since I mostly read fiction,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know like how I can like understand these 5 facts. Is it like 5 facts about the plot of the book,
Yeah,
like
random.
the characters of the book? In this case, well, it can be like 100 facts because if I remember the plot, I remember like character development. Well, I think that the book that, if we don't talk about books I've read recently, and so I remember them well. About a year ago, I read Little Devil, or is it Little Demon, by Fyodor Sologub. And I remember it pretty well because I embraced a certain approach to reading fiction, like not just for fun, but I really try hard to imagine everything that is being described. Sometimes I take notes, and that really helped me remember much more. I always thought like, okay, fiction is just, for you to feel, to maybe reflect a little bit, like, so it's like relaxation. But actually, it's if you apply a little effort, it's much better. So now I remember more.
And it may turn out to be more efficient, right? That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
It
I
also
also
depends on
like
your purpose, right?
notating.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just wanted to add that I also take notes while I'm reading, and it really helps to remember the plot, and some key ideas, key points. Yeah.
I see. No matter what's the purpose, yeah? Like you still take notes. Doesn't matter whether it's fiction or not non-fiction, whatever.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
take creative notes, like a little essay. Like you
Yeah.
love
Some
the
quotes,
the
maybe
emotions you felt, for example. Like I feel that like the style of
reflection. Yeah.
the language makes me feel certain things, and yeah, it's cool. Try it out, everyone.
Cool. Okay. But we do not have a person who would be there, right? I would probably, sorry, Elena, but I would put myself somewhere here, apparently. No matter whether it's a fiction book or non-fiction book, well, unlikely. So I would use your advice of taking notes, obviously. This is so cool. But anyway, we struggle with that, right? Why?
Just too much information every day.
Yeah, feel overloaded. That's true. That's true. But I also think that we may well lack certain skills or techniques, right? And we may lack the study techniques as well as our students who are learning the language. We know about study skills, and I think a lot of people, a lot of learners, and we ourselves, we also lack these study skills. So this is what we are going to talk about today. And we are going to explore 3 different study techniques today with you. Okay, cool. So our first one, do you know this guy?
Yeah, Andrew Kuberman.
Yeah, is he cool?
You know, one of my students, she's a nutritionist, and we're right now taking a course, an American course about nutrition and coaching in nutrition. So we do watch this guy a lot. But recently, I found some articles about some controversial information about him that apparently or allegedly he beat his wife or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Like
Okay.
something.
Okay, I will need to go into detail, but well, he's a well famous. Who is he? Psychologist and new. Well, he's
Scientist,
yeah,
Harvard.
yes, exactly. So he's working with the way the brain works and stuff like this. So in this video, he's describing one of the study techniques. I want you to watch the video, but not the full video, just 1 minute of it, and try and guess what study technique, what study skill is he describing? Still? You can watch it right here on Mirror. Is it okay for you, or should I send you the link in the chat as well?
It's
Mirror
okay
is
with me.
fine.
Okay, so fine. Starting from 23 seconds until 1 minute, 23 seconds. Okay? Go watch it and then come back and let's discuss. Can you please mute your mics? Yeah, while watching. Thank you. Please smile if you're ready. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, ideas. What is this technique that he's describing?
Take a step back or reflect on something that you've read, and to have a walk, for example, to distract a little bit from the information, to
Try to recall, to remember.
What kind of recall?
Is it like this interval learn, like not
Spaced
interval
repetition.
learning, but yeah, something like that.
Spaced repetition and recall.
Active.
Active, yes, exactly. Okay, so the first two things are spaced repetition and active recall. This is exactly what you described, Tatiana, but just in, this is the term, okay? This is what we call it. So basically, active recall is all about pulling information from your brain without picking at notes or any other resources, while spaced repetition is all about revising what you have already learned at certain periods of time. Right? And it helps you reinforce your learning. And also spaced repetition, it has to do with the forgetting curve. 1 second, I have a picture here. Do you know the idea of forgetting curve? Can you share, Christina?
Well, now I already see that. Well, that's like, I don't remember the exact time. Yeah. Like, once you learned it, yeah, if you don't revise it, like in a day, you will probably remember. Just, I don't remember how much, like maybe 20% or something. And you need to revise like 10 minutes, yeah, then an hour, in an hour, then in, I don't know, maybe 8 hours. Yeah.
Then a day, and then a couple of days as well. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you remember 20% if you don't revise it the next day. Just 20. Can you imagine? Yeah, okay. I have a couple of questions here for you to discuss about the active recall and about spaced repetition. And my questions are all connected to the way we can apply these study techniques to language learning in particular. Okay, the questions are on the black sticky notes. Do you see them? I'll bring you here. Just a second. Yes? Yeah? Oh, amazing. I'll put you in the breakout rooms. Again, I'll shuffle you and then put you in the breakout rooms to talk together. Just give me a sec. Sorry. Okay. Another sec. Yes, now we're all set. Let's go. What do you do?
Discuss the questions.
Discuss the questions. Amazing.
How much time do we have?
7 minutes.
Okay.
How to apply active recall in your vocabulary study? Do you encourage your students to do so? I create Quizlets for my students, and I'm not sure if it actually works. If first of all they actually use it, and second, if they remember anything. And maybe I should change this approach and encourage them to actually create Quizlets themselves.
So yeah, that was my question. Like, are they the ones who created, or do you
No.
just give them the
I spoon feed them, and yeah. I feel like I'm making their life too easy, and I need to find the way to encourage. What about you? How do you apply the vocabulary study?
Going back to Quizlet, it's quite a debatable topic, right? Because some teachers say like we should provide everything for them, so all they have to do is just learn the words. Otherwise,
Just click. Yeah.
to try so too many obstacles to open the app, to create it. But I was taking a course myself, and there my teacher told us, it was the first time I saw that someone asked me to do my own Quizlet. But the thing is that we were high level learners, and of course we have these learners autonomy, right? And we were mainly teachers, so we know how to do it. But when it comes to like real life people, right, who just they have family and business, and they're like, you want me to do this thing, just do it for me, and I'm not going to check it even, right? So I had one.
Yeah, it's true. And also, well, we supposedly have some inclination, from the
Mhm.
beginning to
Yeah.
language, words. I was always really good at remembering poems and just, words, because I'm not that hardworking, I think, as most of you. So the reason I can speak English is mostly because of my memory, supposedly. I've never been that nerd with a notebook, not that type of a person. But yeah, how to apply active recall in your vocabulary study? Do you do it, or do you encourage your students to do so?
Yeah, well, with me, I guess that's exposure mostly. Yeah. With my students, I encourage them a lot to do so, because I see that most of my students, as you just mentioned, they are not that diligent, and I'm pretty chill with it. Like, okay, it's not like they don't have to put English on the altar, as I do. Yeah, because it's my job, it's my hobby, it's my life. For them, they have other stuff to do. Yeah. And I always like revise. For me, revision is crucial. Even if we don't have time to do anything, but we have time to do revision, I see that lesson as a successful one. Yeah. So, okay, my job is done. And I always make them use the vocabulary, like, when they have speaking tasks, I give them some words. Maybe you want to use these ones, yeah, here. And it helps them to use them in an active speech. Sometimes maybe it can be a bit, forced, but I guess
Yeah.
a very nice way for them then to be able to recall, yeah, those words.
Yeah, the problem is, well, I always struggle with, they struggle with it when they have some free speaking activity, when they need to just discuss some topic and they have to use some words. And oh my God, it's always a catastrophe, because when they have to use these specific words, they start
groups or categories, and I try to come up with a proper title for that. For example, some topic, or something that could unite all those random vocabulary units, and and it keeps me motivated to get back to it, not just to get through all these chaotic notes, but to have some structure, to have well organized notes. It's important for me, and
I know that I have to develop my my technique. Yeah, because right now I just have some words, some phrases.
Lack of time. Lack of time. I understand.
Yes, yeah. That's
you have
true.
some time. You have to spend some time brainstorming. Yeah, you have to spend some time. Thinking of how you could organize it well. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that it's important, and I also encourage my students to do so, to keep notes and get back to them, not only to have it in digital space, also do it in writing, and try to remember. Then we create mind maps, so this also helps to recall the information data.
And to categorize them.
So great tool.
What was the second question? Or did we answer the second as well?
How do we use it in our vocabulary study? But we have already discussed it a little bit. And then yeah, how does it manifest itself, and yeah, what tools do we use for enhancing
But
this spaced
yeah, can I
repetition?
ask you, so what, maybe you have some techniques which you use when you have lots of new words which you want to learn. So what do you do, or how do you do that? How do you learn? Except what you mentioned about.
Actually, I don't know. I don't have any special techniques. I'm quite good at picking up those new words because well, maybe I immediately try to think of the context in which I could use them or look up some examples, and they manifest them somehow. Yeah, yeah, I just managed to keep them in my mind. But I also write them down. I
Oh, hello, hello, welcome back. Did you have enough time this time? Yeah, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. I heard you mostly discussing your students and the way you use this in your classroom, blah, blah, blah. But what about you, ladies? Do you use the things that you have mentioned yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First,
before recommending it, it's important to try yourself.
Obviously. Yeah, that's true.
thank God I'm a teacher, I'm not a student, right?
We are in this position all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Continuous learning.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan. Sometimes I feel like maybe that's not too good, but I'm not a fan of these Quizlet cards and this like that I have to, yeah, like write some definition or whatever. So I usually just add everything, all the vocabulary I hear or see somewhere, I add it to my private Telegram channel. I just drop everything there. And then from time to time, when I feel like it, like at a cafe or on a walk, I just open it and just start looking. I mean, just look. But
Well,
sometimes I try to make myself write a little essay or little text where I can incorporate as much vocabulary as possible. But it's mundane and it takes a long time. So usually I just look.
Okay, noticing, you see? It's also a practice that why not? Better than nothing. Anyway, that's so true. Okay, fine. The second technique, ladies, let's go explore. Hope you're ready. And it is the thing that you are definitely familiar with. It's called chunking. Okay. Okay, I want you to scan the paragraph here. Do not pay attention to the gaps yet. Just scan it briefly. 20 seconds. Okay. Can you guess the phrases that I gapped?
It's the first one.
Difficult task.
Daunting.
Daunting.
Daunting. Yeah, difficult would be too easy for us. Daunting. Task. Exactly. Okay. And then this is where the technique of chunking comes into play, simplifying the learning process.
It's
At its
core.
core.
At its core.
Absolutely. Yes, perfect. At its core, chunking is about breaking down. Yes. More manageable pieces. This method adds comprehension by allowing us to focus on smaller segments, one at a
Time.
Time.
Okay, that's an obvious one. This one. Once these smaller parts are understood, they can be to grasp the bigger picture. Sort of.
Like-
Go on.
Recombined, I don't know.
Relate.
Recollected. Can you find the synonym for the word recollect?
Restore.
What do you do with the furniture?
Reassemble.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Reassemble. Right. Oops, sorry. I have a problem. To grasp the bigger picture, facilitating better memory.
Retention.
Retention. Yes, exactly. Amazing. Okay. Can you give me some real life examples of chunking, not from teaching sphere, but real life?
Like learning poems by heart. Can it be?
And chunking, how is it related?
Like if you learn small parts
Maybe.
at a time, and then like bring it all back together.
Maybe. Yeah.
If it is
Break.
like
You break it.
you break it into
Fair enough. Okay. How do you remember phone numbers? If you ever remember phone numbers.
association sometimes.
Maybe. Yeah. But usually, even the way they are written, the phone numbers, it's
Yeah.
not just one. Well, it's if it's written somewhere.
Three numbers at a time.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you remember. So I say in
Like
Russian,
chunks, small parts.
yes, chunks. You remember them in chunks. Exactly. Okay. Well, and talking about teaching, this is obvious, right? We do teach our learners with the help of chunks. We do ask them to remember not just words, but collocations and chunks, right? And we incorporate both vocabulary and grammar into these chunks, right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's as for chunking. All right. The next thing, the last technique is I have a meme for you. Metacognition. So
Post metacognition.
but apparently post. Yeah, let it be. It's gonna be our term. Tailor-made. Right. So metacognition, which is basically thinking about thinking. This is called metacognition, and it is also a study technique. And there is a Chinese saying that I want you to finish, ladies. And I think, in my humble opinion, it is connected with metacognition. It is as follows: sharpening your axe will not delay the job of chopping the wood. Instead, can I give you a minute? Can you please finish it with your own idea in your notebooks, anywhere? How would you finish it? Alina, I see that you already have an idea that you are ready to share.
Yeah, it feels like I've heard this phrase somewhere. It was something like, so this person was giving a task to chop something and he spent like, let's say 30 minutes, right? And he spent 25 minutes just sharpening with the axe in order to make sure that it's going to be right, perfectly executed. than trying
Yeah.
to do it and then just fixing it once again. So this back and forth stuff. So it improves the process, it makes it faster, like some preparation is needed. That was the point.
Like it's a different one. This one is by Abraham Lincoln, the one that you have mentioned, and this one is Chinese one. Yes, they are slightly different. But yeah, okay. Do we have any other cool options? Go share.
It will speed up and simplify the process,
Good one.
and it will make your life easier if you have a sharp X.
Deal with difficulties. Power through.
Whatever life throws at you, you are prepared.
Curveballs, life
You have
throws.
something.
If you have an X, yeah. Okay. Any other ideas?
Like, yeah, something like that. It will, or like you'll do your job perfectly, or you will perfect your job somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe something about perfection.
Yeah, very close. Okay, you're all right. The original one is here. It will help you efficiently do your work, basically. So what you all mentioned, well, it's pretty the same idea. And it has to do with metacognition because, well, when you analyze what you do and when you get ready, right, it kind of helps you to prepare for further difficulties, and same for learning. So I have 5 tactics to improve your metacognition skills over here. Again, I will put you in the breakout rooms for a brief, like 5 minutes maybe, in order to read them, to check them out, and to discuss which ones are the most important in your opinion. And again, whether you talk about this with your students, whether you discuss these things with them, okay? 5 minutes for you, check the green sticky notes, and discuss the tips. Okay, 1 second. Again, I want you all to with each other, so I need a second. Amazing. Let's go.
Okay.
5 of
Yes. But it's so hard, because I usually use those questions when we start something new, for example. Other techniques here, so there are techniques. So it's, I don't know. I have never discussed because at the moment I work with advanced students, and by this time, so they have already discovered so they are the techniques which help them, and to make them use so to make them or to encourage them to do something new is quite tough, I would say. So what about you?
Really, I thought that these high-level students, you know, they have some sort of experience and that's why they would be open to just try something new. No?
No. So because they are students and they don't have time, so probably because of that. So yeah, they have their personal lives and also studies. They have to.
They can nail it. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I guess I agree with you here. Track your performance. focus your study on? Is it about assessment, the next one?
Yeah, I think so. Just assessment and maybe more about asking students what they want to revise, because sometimes, like, usually we choose what to revise. Yeah, but sometimes it's nice just to ask, okay, maybe you choose the vocabulary items, let's say you'd like to revise, and send them. Like, I sometimes do it. So they choose, yeah, what they want to brush up on, and then we just, okay, we work with it. Because sometimes you prepare some revision tasks, but like for your students, it's already something that is etched in their memory, I don't know, and they don't really need this revision.
Do you work with groups or individuals?
Now I work individually. Yeah, I used to work with groups when I worked. Oh, I understand that when you work with groups, it's, yeah, it is challenging. Yeah.
I mean, I have mini groups. I have 2 students, 3 and 4. And for me, it is comfortable. And I used to work with individuals only. I started this shift into groups less than a year ago, and I'm loving it. I like totally different vibe, so something new for me. A little bit more challenging. So seek out feedback when notices engage in the task. Till the end, see how they do. Let's engage.
So do you regularly ask feedback?
I don't. I mean, I do. I know that it is important.
It's called KWL, know, want to know, and something that I've learned. So it's just a very nice practice to reflect so that I know her objectives, and then she can understand, right, and track her path as well. Because one of the things that, if we're talking about classes, students may say, like, oh, where is my progress? It was one. So it's just a nice thing just to be grounded, right? Like, okay, things may take time. Or recently I had one man, he's an investor, he lives in Dubai, and he's, like super busy, the busiest man in the world I've ever seen. And he's like, at the end of the day, Alina, when is my progress? I want to speak like you. Where is my English? And I was like, baby, please at least come to classes, because he's likely to cancel them, to reschedule them all the time. Please, effort,
yeah. So yeah,
this is what we need, right? Because language is such a, it's a muscle, right? I do believe in it.
Yeah, every day, maybe several times a day. Yeah, so
it doesn't happen overnight, but with this Insta culture, right? Like right here, right now, one day you have C10, right? That's the vibe that people are getting, and they think that this is true. I'm not sure. So I'm sad, but I have to break this, delulu vibes that my students may have sometimes. So
okay, time's over. So we have to.
Already finished. I love that Alina, where is my progress? Part. That's the best. Come on, guys. You need time. Wait a second.
I used to pass, so Alina reminded me of a student I still have. So who didn't follow my instructions. Yeah, so the techniques, I didn't use the techniques I gave her, didn't follow my instructions, and then one day she wrote me about not making progress.
Okay.
So, and it was like, what? So what am I supposed to do? I did everything. So I wanted to help you, but you didn't follow. So you did it your way. So why now? I think that the girls don't know that they have to leave.
No, they are just, they have 30 seconds, so they are leaving.
Okay. Really? So because
hello. Okay. Discuss the tactics. What do we think?
Yeah.
It's just a kind reminder, ladies. I know that you perfectly know all of that, apparently, but this is just a kind reminder. Let's put it this way. Okay, now I hope you remember that we are uncovering the charge, and the next letter in charge is G. What does it stand for? Can you guess?
Generate.
Mm,
Generate. maybe.
generate.
Or generosity.
They're all verbs. All verbs.
Okay, verbs. Okay.
Okay, it was great actually.
Ah.
So, yeah, so which of the study techniques do you find the most effective? They are all effective apparently, but do we have a winner here? Technique
I would like personally to try and implement spaced repetition
yeah.
and active recall, like focus on this one for some time to see how it works, because I feel like I don't do that enough.
Mhm.
Yeah, same here.
Same here. Cool.
Mm.
We are going to have spaced repetition, which is organized in our chat, kind of spaced repetition, right? So you will get your revision exercises there from time to time. And it's very easy to complete those because they will just require 5 minutes and that's it. You're free to go, but you still recall and remember information, vocabularies that we had. Yes, Alina.
Yeah, I wanted to add that I also love the idea of chunking, not like in the lexical approach, but just when, it can be sometimes hard to resist the temptation just to let it all out and give all the information that right? 1 million synonyms, 1 different million ways to say some ideas. But sometimes I'm like, okay, hold your horses, right? One step at a time. We want to make sure that it's not the quantity, right? It's the quality. It's the ability to be, it's the opportunity to use it in their speech to make part of an active vocabulary. So that's why I'm trying to focus on that as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is about chunking as well. And it's that our brain, well, it's not, there is no consensus in that's like how much information can we actually, are we able to digest? But some researchers say that it's like 4 units, others say that 7. The information differs. However, it's not as much as we usually give while having classes, right? My list would sometimes look like 20 vocabulary items, but today it's not like that because we were talking about that. So I was trying really hard to limit myself. I have just a couple of notes over here, ladies. If you open the note, you will be able to see our emergent language, and it's going to be always there, okay? Let me share a couple of notes. That you used a couple of cool phrases. So Alina's grandparents were expecting her to pursue her career as who, Alina? I missed it.
Someone who works in the hospitality industry, because my major is hotel management. So they thought that I'm going to be in Moscow working at the hotel, but here I am.
Here you are. Here you are. Welcome here.
A little disappointment.
Well, I don't think so. Well, teaching was essential for most of us at first, I believe, for me, for sure. Then, if someone gave you a certain attitude to something, you could say that their love to reading, Marina shared that, rubbed off on me. They loved reading and I started loving reading too. So it rubbed off on me. Well, hardworking nature may well backfire on you. We tend to spoon feed our students with vocabulary, with Quizlet sets, well, while in reality, maybe it's not needed, right? Then I heard, ladies, you used 2 wonderful words, which are allegedly and supposedly, which are very similar. They suggest the same idea, but there is a subtle difference. Do you know the difference? Allegedly and supposedly.
Here we can see it. Allegedly is some sort of accusation like this, low vocabulary, some stuff like that.
Yeah, it's based on unverified claim or accusation, right? For example, the teacher was allegedly drunk in class. I'm not drunk, just in case.
Can it be with the negative meaning afterwards?
Can be.
I'm just thinking, can we, to my mind, whatever follows after has got some sort of negative connotation with allegedly.
Yeah, but because it's a verified claim, so I think it presumes being followed by something negative, sort of, yeah. And while supposedly just based on common belief or assumption, right? For example, the movie is supposedly very good. This one about the little things that live in your head. Have you already watched this cartoon? About emotions.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Inside Out, yes. Have you watched the second part?
I haven't.
Not yet. I
It-
watched
it's
the first part
supposedly-
yesterday.
Yes, I also watched the first one, but the second one is supposedly very good. People say so, at least.
Mhm.
Then ladies discussed this KWL chart, which I think helps cementing the knowledge in your mind. Do you know? Know, wanna know, learned chart. If you don't know this one, okay, we'll share in the chat. Don't worry. And I did my utmost, and I didn't finish in order to help my students. Let it be. Help my students. So do your utmost. That was the phrase that I wanted to share. Help my students. Amazing, amazing, cool. Okay, one last thing. Sorry, ladies, and I'll let you go in just 3 minutes. Can you please go here, because we need to explore our last letter, which is explore. And I want to explore your lesson takeaways. You just have to share 2 takeaways, one language takeaway and one methodology takeaway. By methodology takeaway, I mean maybe you loved one of the activities and you want to use it in your classroom. And by language takeaway, I mean a phrase, maybe those that we covered during the class. We had a couple, not so many today. Maybe you heard a beautiful phrase in the breakout room and I haven't heard this one. Can you please share? Okay. Cool. 1 minute. Find your photo, go share. Okay, active recall, AI images. Thank you very much.
How can I add text to my sticky note?
Double
Oh.
click.
Yeah,
Double
I
click,
see.
yes,
Thank you.
works.
I'm using Miro for the first time.
If you have questions, do not hesitate asking, okay? Because I sometimes forget
Okay.
that some people are not familiar with Miro, sorry. Okay. AI images. Thank you very much, Alina. I spent, that was the longest lesson preparation time, the part. It's like, took me 1 hour to create the images.
Dasha, how can I get back to the notes on Mira?
There is a note. Let me screen share just a second.
I found it. I found it.
Note. And if you click
Mhm.
here, you'll see. Amazing. Okay, allegedly. Marina, there is G in the middle.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, I look at it and like something is wrong, but I would what?
I'm always like that. Yes. Okay, daunting task. Spaced repetition, active recall. Okay. Full reminder, yes? Even if you knew these things before. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Cool, cool, cool. So you can always get back to these notes and maybe later on put them in your workbook as well. Just reminding you that you have a workbook that you can use to keep things well organized. Yes. Yeah, Elena, do you have a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to add real quick before we all disappear. So speaking about this forgetting curve, do you know Paulina Korczyk?
Yes.
Yoga community. So she had a webinar about advanced vocabulary, and she said that actually this thing is, it makes sense, but the research itself, so Ibn Hauser was analyzing just himself. So these results of the research are based on what his experience. So there is one one person that he was observing, and he presented the results, and now everyone in the community knows, like, you know, this is why we need to implement spatial partition. But are they accurate? But I mean, it makes sense. Totally, I agree with that 100%. Like, it does disappear because if you don't use it actually, but just like a case here.
Interesting. Okay, so we shouldn't always trust every article, and even if, well, this is a very well-known thing, right?
Yeah, it is. That's
We
why I
all-
was also shocked. We should take everything with a pinch of salt at the end of the day, right?
Absolutely.
But it
Absolutely.
makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay, well, again, reflecting, analyzing things, and being careful with what we implement in our classroom. But again, I'm all for experiments. Trying this, trying that, and see what works for you. Right? Okay. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming. Let me take a photo, can I? Before you go. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Ready? Please smile. One more.
I want to put
Okay.
a heart.
Okay. Thanks a lot. That's it for today. If you have any questions, we have our chat. Please do ask your questions. You'll get your homework as well. And yeah, see you soon. See you next
Thank
Friday.
you so much.
Sorry, the question is these
Yes.
webinars, when will we get the access to them?
You will not get them all at once. You will get them one by one, because
On Wednesdays, right?
on Wednesdays,
According
yes.
to the
all
schedule.
right.
The webinars
Okay.
are going to be released on
Wednesday.
Wednesdays, one by one, one at a time. Remember what we were talking
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, thank you.
Dasha, thank you so much, ladies. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Have
you.
a
It was a
beautiful
pleasure
everyone.
having you all in this classroom. Yes, of course. See
Thank you.
you
Bye.
soon. Bye bye.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Have a great
See you.
day. Bye.
Bye-bye.